Okay, we all know about gold, platinum, and diamonds, right? They're rare, shiny, and coveted. But what if I told you there's an element on the periodic table that's even rarer? It's called francium, and it's basically the unicorn of the chemistry world. Today, we're diving into why francium is the rarest element on Earth, how it behaves like a firecracker on steroids, and why scientists are obsessed with it. Ready? Let's go. First, let's talk about what francium is. It has the symbol Fe and atomic number 87, and it belongs to the alkali metals family. Think sodium, potassium, and lithium. But unlike its more famous cousins, francium is like the Rockstar introvert of the group. You don't see it often, and when you do, it's probably going to disappear quickly. Why? Because francium is ridiculously unstable. This element decays so fast, it's like trying to study a firework that's already halfway exploded before we get a good look at it. The most stable isotope, francium-223, only sticks around for 22 minutes before it starts decaying into other elements. That means if you're lucky enough to have francium in your lab, you better hurry up and study it. Blink, and it's gone. So why is francium so rare? Well, it's naturally radioactive, which means it doesn't hang around in the environment for long. There's only about 30 grams of it on the whole planet at any given time. That's about the same weight as a paperclip. So if you're hoping to find a chunk of francium lying around in your backyard, I'm afraid you're out of luck. The only place you'll find it is in scientific labs, where it's created by bombarding radium with neutrons. Even then, you only get tiny, fleeting amounts that disappear in minutes. Now let's talk about how dangerous this thing is. Francium is extremely reactive. In fact, it's the most reactive element in the alkali metal family. If you drop just a tiny bit of francium into water, you wouldn't get a simple splash. Oh no, you get a violent explosion. Picture fireworks on steroids. The reason it reacts so intensely is because, like other alkali metals, francium has one lonely electron in its outer shell. It's like francium has the energy of a teenager with too much caffeine, just looking for an excuse to cause chaos. This reaction is so intense that francium is often considered too dangerous to handle in anything with the tiniest amounts. You won't see francium hanging out with your other alkali metals like sodium and potassium in the kitchen. It's just too wild for that. But despite its explosive personality, scientists are obsessed with francium. Why? Well, because it's a rare radioactive element, and studying it helps researchers understand how other radioactive elements behave. When francium decays, it releases radiation, which gives scientists a better understanding of radioactive decay, how elements lose energy over time. By studying francium, researchers get a better grip on the behavior of other radioactive elements, and that's super valuable in nuclear science and medicine. It also helps scientists learn about the structure of atoms and the forces at play in the atomic nucleus. Think of it like being able to study the smallest, most chaotic piece of a puzzle to understand the whole picture of how the universe works. Sounds pretty cool, right? But here's the thing, francium isn't going to help you get rich or power your smartphone. It's not like gold or lithium, where there's practical real-world use. No, francium's contribution is more in the theoretical world of science. It helps researchers push the boundaries of what we know about atoms, radiation, and chemistry. So while you're not going to find francium on a trip to the jewelry store or at your local hardware shop, it's still a game changer for scientists trying to unravel the mysteries of the atomic world. And while francium is insanely rare on Earth, it's actually more common in the stars. That's right, francium is produced in stars during nuclear reactions, but don't expect to catch it in your backyard stargazing session anytime soon. It's just one of those elements that's super elusive and makes a cameo appearance when the conditions are just right. So what's the bottom line? Francium is the rarest, most reactive, and one of the most explosive elements on the periodic table. Its short lifespan and radioactive nature mean you probably won't ever get to see it up close, but it's essential for advancing our understanding of atomic physics and radiation. It's a tiny, chaotic, and fascinating piece of the universe that scientists continue to study to unlock the mysteries of our world. So next time someone mentions gold or platinum, remember the real rock star of the periodic table, francium. It may be hard to find, but it's definitely got a big impact in the world of science.